that I'm building something of substance, because the way that I am an extremely meaningful person. Everything that I have around me, the people that I keep around me, the things that I think about, the music that I listen to, the words that I pick, everything is so intentional and meaningful. And that takes time to cultivate. It takes time to even believe that I'm like ready for this. Sometimes all that glitters isn't gold. Sometimes like we look and we see people flashing their car, flashing this, flashing that, and some people really do have like very beautiful, pure intentions and like excellent means to get there. But like I think it was just one of those things where it's like you can't really believe everything you see on social media. Some people, sometimes they really go through some really crazy things to try to achieve what they want to achieve. And then you're sitting here on the background like, wow, I wish I was there, but you don't know what things they could have done in the background. Do you see?
But coming from that pretty mouth, the truth is fitting. Cause you ain't never talking loud and you know plenty. You know what I'm talking about, cause you just get me. Yeah, you so pretty.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Divination B, where we talk about self-improvement, spirituality, and if you're into all of that stuff, feel free to subscribe, hit that like button, comment down below, and let me know what else you guys want to see. So this is kind of a very, very unstructured, unscripted video, mainly because I didn't even know I was going to be making this video. I'm going to be honest with you. I've just been putting off making YouTube videos, mainly because I'm scared of it, and we'll get into that. Actually, we can get into that right now. Let's get into it. When I first started my YouTube channel, right, it was literally like random, out of the blue. I knew that it was something that I wanted to do. I knew that YouTube was a way that I was going to be able to reach thousands of people, say what I need to say, get it out there, you know? So when I first started creating videos, I didn't even know that day that I was going to create a video. It was just one of those things where I continued on in my day, and then in the middle of the night, I was like, I should make my YouTube video. And then at first I was like, wait, this seems kind of impulsive. Like, should I go ahead and do this? So I went and I got my tarot cards, I got my pendulum, and I was like, hey guys, like, should I go ahead and make this video? And they were telling me yes. So I went ahead, created my first YouTube video, and I've continued on from there. And after a while, I kind of stopped creating YouTube videos. And the reason why I first started was because I kept having a bunch of interruptions. I kept having a bunch of people walk in on me, or I would have my video just suddenly stop. Somebody would call me. I kept experiencing a lot of interruptions. So I got kind of frustrated, and I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm just gonna go ahead and work on the other project that I wanted to work on with another person. And that project also started to fall short. Not because like what we talked about or what we were doing was short, but mainly because I feel like I was experiencing, again, a bunch of blockages. There was a lot of noise disruptions, all these different things. And like after a while, I just kept sitting here thinking like, why is this happening? I just want to go full steam ahead. So at first I was thinking, well, obviously these blockages happen for a reason. Because sometimes like we need to change our perspective, or maybe there's something that I haven't necessarily done yet. Maybe I was like jumping too far ahead. But now looking back, and as I go along this journey, I start to realize that there was a reason why I was told to make my first video impulsive. There's a reason why I just needed to slow down a little bit. There was a bit of a stagnancy, there was a bit of a break when I first created my video. And that reason being that whenever I first started, like I said, I knew that YouTube was something that I wanted to do, but like I never really realized how much fear I have whenever it comes to actually putting myself out there. For as long as I could remember, I've always had to play small, or the moment in which like other people would see me shine or see me try to do something, I would always be taken down. I remember being in middle school and I wanted to run for like SGA president, and there were these group of girls that were like really mean to me for no reason. I'll be honest. And I think now that I look back, it's because they were intimidated by me and the ideas and the way that I like navigated through life. Because one thing how I navigate through life is I feel my way through. That's something that a lot of people don't understand, but it's just I feel something and it's like I need to move this way, I need to move that way, and I just follow it. So while I was running for SGA president, these girls, I remember creating a poster with me and one of my friends. After like school one day, we were looking up like different ideas and how to create the poster, and I did. And we started to hang them up early. Like I remember telling my mom or my dad, like, hey, like, is it possible that you can drop me off early so I could start hanging these posters, put myself out there, because I wanted people to vote for me. And later on, my poster was taken down, and I thought it was because custodian had taken it down, but later I had found out that those group of girls have taken down my poster. And whenever they took down my poster, I've heard one of them say, like, I mean, to be honest, like, it was going to be taken down anyways because it had to be approved. But also at the same time, like, who are you to take down my poster that I worked hard on after school? Like, F you. And what ended up happening is I did end up winning as SGA president, but it's like I've always had experiences like that where I would try to put myself out there, and I would always experience somebody trying to take me down. And you know, like, I've kind of felt a little bit ashamed of myself when it came to just being me, because whenever it comes to like living with my parents and having Caribbean parents and all that, like when it comes to actually developing your personality, it's like they don't want you to have that. They have certain sets of morals, traditions, beliefs, and values that they want their children to also follow. And I was never a traditionalist whenever it came to certain things, because they're a very conservative, traditional country, but I'm not conservative, I'm not liberal at all. Like, there's a lot of things that I believe in, that I want to do, that I want to achieve. And I feel like right now the reason why I was experiencing all these blockages is because, one, I had to come into true terms with who I really am and what I really want, but also like believing in myself and believing that I can actually do this, because I was experiencing imposter syndrome heavily. And it's just like, what if nobody has to listen? What if nobody wants to listen to what I have to say, even though I know what I have to say is super valuable and it could actually genuinely help somebody out there? Like, what if like I can't do it? What if I end up posting on YouTube for years and years and years and years and I don't end up going where I need to go? And I ended up booking a reading with a psychic that I trust and love. Hey, if you're watching this, thank you so much for the reading. Hey, Lexi, thank you so much. And it really gave me the confidence to actually go full steam ahead into what I needed to do with my mission. And for as long as I could remember, I knew that I wanted to impact the world. I felt it in my bones. I didn't know how. And even though right now it seems impossible or it seems far away, I know I have to take things step by step and build my foundation step by step. Another thing that I was also experiencing was a lot of envy, a lot of jealousy, I guess, which I guess is why I had to plug out from social media, because I kind of have those nudges where I need to like stop being on social media, disconnect. And I would see people creating and doing things that I've like always wanted to do, I saw myself doing, and I would catch myself feeling envious. And it's not even envious in the way that like I don't want them to experience what they are experiencing, but I think I had to come to terms with the fact that, one, I'm building something of substance. It's gonna take time. I have to be patient. I can't just sit here and like put it on a platter and be like, yeah, everybody eat it up, even though it's fire. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have to take my time, and that I'm building something of substance, because the way that I am an extremely meaningful person. Everything that I have around me, the people that I keep around me, the things that I think about, the music that I listen to, the words that I pick, everything is so intentional and meaningful. And that takes time to cultivate. It takes time to even believe that I'm like ready for this, to actually do this. I mean, in actuality, nobody's really ready to do the things that they really want to do. So when I saw other people doing other things that I wanted to do, I also had to keep into perspective. Sometimes all that glitters isn't gold. Sometimes like we look and we see people flashing their car, flashing this, flashing that, and some people really do have like very beautiful, pure intentions and like excellent means to get there. But like I think it was just one of those things where it's like you can't really believe everything you see on social media. Some people, sometimes they really go through some really crazy things to try to achieve what they want to achieve. And then you're sitting here on the background like, wow, I wish I was there, but you don't know what things they could have done in the background. Do you see what I'm putting down? Do you see what I'm putting down? That's just like on the more, I don't want to say negative end, but I guess more on the darker side, you know? But then there's also the lighter aspect where it's just like, I don't know what other people have had to heal, transmute, alchemize. I don't know how long they've been doing this for. And like for right now, it's their time and it's their time to shine. And also remembering that whatever is for me will not pass me by. And like, if it's not my time now, it's not my time now. But it doesn't mean that it's never going to be my time. And it doesn't mean that I'm not going to get to where I want to go. It doesn't mean that I won't be able to achieve what I want to achieve. And those were things that I also had to remember. Like, you know, like, I don't know what other people have had to do. All I can do is just focus on me, focus on my journey, focus on what I want to achieve. And then also, like, I'm currently in the process, especially during this Mercury retrograde, just shedding things, letting things go. Again, people, connections, possibilities, outcomes that I've played in my head over and over again. And realizing that it's done and like finally stepping forward into the future. And as I shed old relationships, I start to step closer and closer to the reality that I want to get to. And I felt like like I told you guys beforehand, I made a video about having an ego death. When you go through an ego death and you purge and you let go of all these subconscious beliefs that were once holding you down and you start to build yourself back up again, it's like when you go through it, it's so strenuous, it's so draining, it's so worth it, don't get me wrong. But like all this anger, all this sadness, all this turmoil, all I can remember thinking is just like, I cannot wait for this to end. I cannot wait to stop feeling like this and finally be free. And now that I'm finally free and I know where I'm heading, I know where I'm going, I know what I want to achieve, where I want to go, and all I can think about is, I don't want to like spend all this time like figuring things out and like, you know, learning more about myself. Like I've done that already, so I thought. And you know, like when you just spend so much time putting your head down, focusing on, okay, this is what I need to heal, this is what I need to transmute, this is what I need to shed, this is what I need to let go. You just want to build. You get to a point where you just want to build and like finally like be at that point where people can finally see what I've been doing. And I have to realize like we are in the 3D, things take time, one, but also like when it comes to like creating something of substance, like I said before, like I'm getting there now and I have to be easy on myself and I just have to take things one day at a time. And stepping into that Taurus energy, because I have a Taurus rising, really stepping into that Taurus energy and just building things brick by brick, step by step. Last thing that I want to mention is that like when it comes to being fearful of your dream life, right, fearful of what you want to achieve, sometimes like I think that we forget that the reason why we get drawn towards certain things, at least for me, this is my perspective, I could be wrong, but the reason why I was drawn to YouTube, the reason why I was drawn to certain things is because like deep down within myself, intuitively, I knew that this was something that I could achieve, that I can do. Way before my conscious self, oh my god, conscience, you know what I'm trying to say, could even comprehend like, oh yeah, like this is something that I want to do for sure. And like there's always been a little part of me that's always wanted to go to YouTube, like I said, which also means that there was a little part of me that knew that this was something that I could achieve, that this is something that is not completely impossible, that is not like out of my reach. It's something that I can touch, that I can actually experience. And just know that whenever you experience fear towards going to your dream life, just know that you're heading down the right path. Just know that you're going in the right direction. There's always going to be fear, you know? And I think there's fear because this is something we're so passionate about. This is something that we want to work really, really well. But I think the best thing that we can do is continue to do what you need to do to head towards that goal. Letting go of control when it comes to expectations and being super perfectionistic and like, you know, like, oh, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that, or oh, this isn't good enough, you know? Actually just coming to terms with letting things go and actually just going with the flow and letting things go to where they need to go, trusting that things will go where they need to go and the right people will find them and I will be in the right environment. I hope you see what I'm putting down. So yeah, guys, this is literally where I've been. This is a life update, whatever the hell I decide to name this video. Yeah, I was really terrified even getting in front of this camera, but I also was also worried about like, well, I already started my YouTube channel, I can't just abandon it, I have to keep going. And something that I've noticed is that whatever I teach you guys, whatever I preach to you guys, like eventually later on, like I might catch myself like, you know, feeling like horrible going through my thing, I'm not gonna say depression moments, but going through my moments and then realizing like, wait, I made a video about this and I should actually take my own, I should take my own advice, right? So yeah, that is the life update. That's what's been going on with me. That's why you guys haven't heard from me. I've just been going through the motions, letting go of things, and now I think I'm going to start making videos as much as I can. School is about to start. That's gonna be crazy, but I am gonna start making videos, trying different things, allowing myself to explore and figure out like, how do I want to express myself on this channel and how I want to move forward. Yeah, I think that's everything that I want to say. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you've made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe like I said beforehand, and I'll catch you on the flip side, you know? All right, bye. Mwah.